So we're here with Andria Connelley, and she's going to share a little bit about what community has meant to her life. Andria, share a little bit with everyone about maybe a difficult time in your life.
Alright, well, halfway through my freshman year, I met this kid through ROTC, and I thought he was a really great guy. But about a month or so after we had started dating, it was Valentine's Day, and I realized, and he yelled at me for something really stupid, like hollered at me in front of everybody. And we dated for a year, and it ended up being actually an abusive relationship. And after it was over, I was left, like I had completely isolated from myself from all my best friends and stuff like that. So after it was over, I was left really alone, and I felt really, really lonely, and I felt like I had no one and no one to love me.
Wow. I imagine that absolutely was a difficult time. We'll talk a little bit about maybe how someone or some people had an impact on your life to help you through that situation, and even how God revealed Himself to you in that situation.
Well, actually, the relationship didn't end until a little bit before I moved here, and even after that, it was really tough because he just kept making my life really hard and just isolating me on purpose from everyone else. But once I moved here and I actually started going to church and I started coming to this youth group, even before we started doing a small group, just being in a group, being in a community of people that loved me, and even though they didn't know my story, they still understood me, and everyone still loved me. And I think community is a big, it's important because you can't do life on your own. Even when life is good, you have to have someone to share it with. And when life is hard and you have no one, you need at least one person that you can talk to, and to say, hey, it's okay, and just to keep reminding you that God loves you, and that the terrible ways that people treat you don't matter when, because God's not going to treat you that way.
Good stuff.
Bless you.
All right, Andria, share a little bit about, if you don't mind, about maybe who you are today and what God has taught you through all of that, and how it's made who you are today.
Well, I've always been people always have told me that I'm too forgiving, but it really taught me that anything is forgivable that man does, because we have wronged God more than any human being has ever wronged us, more than anyone has ever wronged us combined. And He was able to forgive us, even for all the murderers and stuff that are in jail. They're forgiven, and they still have a way to heaven. So I found it in my heart to forgive the guy that treated me so terribly and was so abusive to me. And I just think that it goes to show that that even though it's hard to forgive, like we talk in our small group, we focus a lot about forgiveness. And it's really hard to forgive, and you're not going to forget that kind of stuff that people do to you. But it's not the hardest thing in the world to forgive, because if you think about it, that's the least we could do is forgive other people when we've been forgiven for so many worse things that we've done to God. Even though they're small things to us and some things that we don't even notice, He forgives us for. So it just taught me that we always need to forgive people, and that it's never too late to forgive, and we're called to forgive people.
Good day.